Some breaking news now coming in. The self-styled Godman Ram Rahim's parole has been challenged. There's trouble for the convicted rapist. His parole has now been challenged after unrelenting coverage on Times Now, with outrage coming in from across the country over politicians even visiting Ram Rahim, attending his online satsangs. Now finally Ram Rahim's parole being challenged in court. So there could be trouble as his parole has now been challenged. Remember, he has been out on a 40-day parole. Gurpreet joining us live with the details. Gurpreet, after a lot of outrage over the fact that Ram Rahim is out on a 40-day parole, now finally it's been challenged. What are the details?
Well, yes, of course, we have seen Times Now has been running this relentless campaign, and finally the copy of the petition is with Times Now at this point of time, and all the points which we are for the last so many days, that how he can hold online satsang, that has been mentioned. The main pertinent question which is in the petition, which is mentioned by the petitioner, saying that why there was no discussion with the Punjab Home Department, because there is a law and order problem, and we all know Gurmeet Ram Rahim has been convicted in rape and murder charges, and he has been in jail in the heinous crime. Despite knowing all these angles, why there is no consultation with the neighboring state? And specifically in the petition it has been mentioned at this point of time, the way we have seen in Punjab, a lot of people, they are saying they are going to hold a protest in front of his deras wherever in Punjab. So it seems that there could be any law and order problem. At the same time, some of the violation which has been mentioned in this petition, saying that Haryana government did not follow the proper rules and there is a violation while granting 40-day parole to Ram Rahim. At the same time, how could he hold these online satsang and a huge gathering at the various locations of Haryana? We have been confronting a lot of ministers as well as Home Minister, Jail Minister of Haryana to confirm that why did they consider all the points before granting this parole. Even the Chief Minister of Haryana, ML Khattar, he was saying that he doesn't have any role to play for granting this parole because it related to the jail department. Now the questions are being raised in the petition which has been filed by the advocate S.C. Arora in the Punjab and Haryana High Court, and there will be decision on this parole, whether this had followed all the rules and regulation as per the jail manual or not. At the same time, the main concentration, the main point which has been raised in this petition, that is on the law and order situation. We all know when Ram Rahim had been appeared here in Panchkula, there was a lot of violence all over Haryana, not only Haryana, even in Punjab. Now he has mentioned that point in the petition, saying that there is need to get a feedback from the neighboring states, specifically in Punjab, where a lot of disturbance when there was arrest of Gurmeet Ram Rahim. So all these points have been put up for challenging his parole in Punjab and Haryana High Court. So let's see that how the court is going to take opinion on this thing. But for the last so many days, Times Now has been trying to confront a lot of MLAs, ministers in Haryana, and what we have learned that opposition party, they are saying the political mileage they are trying to gain out of this 40 days parole, because by-poll in Adampur is going to happen in Haryana. At the same time, panchayat polls are happening in Haryana, and if we can talk about Vidhan Sabha elections, that is going to happen in Himachal Pradesh. We have seen some of the Himachal Pradesh netas, they have been appearing online satsang and they are trying to seek blessing from Gurmeet Ram Rahim, and saying that once they are going to get blessing, the victory is very sure. So vote bank politics is the main allegation from the opposition party, and not only in Haryana, even in Punjab we have seen a lot of people reacted. Yesterday we have seen one of the cabinet minister from Aam Aadmi Party, he has gone to meet his follower in Guru Hasai district Firozpur, and after that we have seen the Congress.
All right, stay with us, Gurpreet. We have Mr. H.C. Arora, who is the petitioner in the case, joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. H.C. Arora, if you can tell us, you've challenged the parole to Ram Rahim. This, there has been a lot of outrage over it. What does your petition say, sir?
Actually, my challenge is on the ground that the policy provides that it should be assessed by the competent authority before granting parole. whether there is any apprehension of breach of peace. So while assessing this, the policy further says that the district magistrate of the district where the convicted is to stay during parole is to be consulted. So the district magistrate of Bagpat will not be knowing anything about the ground realities in Punjab. So they should have consulted the Punjab Home Department.
Okay.
This is first. Secondly, the apprehension that there will be breach of peace is coming into reality now. Yesterday, the clash was averted by the police force in Salawatpura and also in Amritsar. So in case of such a serious threat to peace and tranquility, the competent authority should immediately cancel the approach. That is the ground.
Okay, all right. I just want to talk about one argument that those who are supporting Ram Rahim have been talking about. They have been saying that there's nothing wrong with him being out on parole because this is a process that he has gone through and, he has applied for parole and then he got it. Nothing. That's not about a VIP treatment to him. This is what they have been claiming. What would you say to that?
Yes, that is a good question. I forgot to dwell on this earlier. The issue is that the competent authority has to assess regarding the impact on the peace and how to assess. That will be the issue in such a case, and as to what conditions are to be attached. That is the important issue.
Okay.
What are the conditions to be attached for the person releasing on parole? You have to see what is his profession. How will he approach the people in case you want that he should not mingle with the people? So, in this case, not any restriction on movement should have been imposed, but a restriction should have been imposed on use of this online and this virtual way of meditation or satsang.
Okay. Mr. Arora, had you approached the Chief Secretary of any state, and if yes, what is the petition you had made there and what was the response?
Before filing this petition on 29th Friday, I had sent an email demand notice to the Chief Secretary of Punjab seeking the recall of this parole.
Okay.
But no response has been received so far, nor I expected any response. I had sent it to Chief Secretary of Haryana, not Punjab. So I never expected any response because they are behind this Gurmeet Singh alias Baba Ram Rahim. They themselves are countering, they will not respond. So that was my belief and that is true.
Okay, all right,
now
Mr.
the court has to be decided.
All right, Mr. Arora, thank you for joining us. So now the court is going to decide. Very true, like you said, you've challenged a petition that has been filed in the court as well. Aditi is joining us with the details of that petition. Aditi, the petitioner saying he approached Chief Secretary, there was no response. He's not even expecting a response, after which he filed this petition in court. Take us through the details.
As he has mentioned earlier, now the petition also says the same. He said that convicted prisoners lodged in various jails are not provided with even mobile phones so that they not misuse such mobile phones by maintaining contacts with certain people. And in case they are facing some other criminal cases also, they may not use such mobile phones for the purpose of issuing threats to the witness. However, while granting parole to the respondent number 9, Gurmeet Singh urf Baba Ram Rahim, the concerned authorities have not bothered to think about the likely impact of his release on the peace and tranquility in the state of Punjab, in case he starts conducting virtual online satsang and addressing his followers all over the world. As a matter of fact, in the instant case, the respondent, Gurmeet Ram Rahim, has started conducting online virtual satsangs wherein he is addressing his followers and is also doing certain objectionable things to which a reference has been made in the succeeding paragraphs of the writ petition. Such online virtual satsangs being conducted by him and are being attended by leaders of ruling political parties of Haryana and other states as well. Further, during his stay on parole, Gurmeet Ram Rahim has also released a video containing a song titled Saadi Nit Diwali and uploaded it on the YouTube. Thus, very wrong message is being delivered to the youth and the children that satsangs are being conducted by a seemingly Godman who is actually undergoing imprisonment for 20 years for having committed crimes of rape and that of murder. The petitioner is of the humble opinion that such conduct on the part of Gurmeet Ram Rahim is a gross misuse of the facility concession of parole granted to him by the concerned authorities, and therefore his parole deserves to be cancelled and he deserves to be lodged back into the Sunaria jail, district Rohtak.
Okay, all right. He's out on a 40-day parole. Now it's being challenged in the court and a decision is going to be taken on that front. Gurpreet, coming back to you on that. I remember we were talking about the fact that there has been a lot of political patronage around it as well. First, questions being asked over the fact that he is out on parole for the third time this year, this time on a 40-day parole. So that had come under question over the VIP treatment being given out. Second is, of course, the timing of his release just ahead of the by-elections.
Well, yes, of course, we have seen that since first day, this question are being raised by the opposition. The timing is very, very crucial. We all know Adampur by polls are going to happen and Panchayat polls are happening in Haryana. At the same time, Vidhan Sabha polls are happening in Himachal Pradesh. We have also seen, we have also gone through this petition. Even there is a very, very serious point which has been raised, and we have been asking these questions to Haryana, all the ministers. We are saying that law and order is one of the main problem, and do you think that law and order is intact? And instead of giving answer by the Haryana minister, they say this question only suits to the Uttar Pradesh police, because he is at this present, he is there in Uttar Pradesh, and UP police is responsible for law and order situation there. But we have seen this S.C. Arora, the lawyer, he has taken this point saying that the breach of peace is expected in the neighboring state, and had they got any clearance from the neighboring state for giving the 40 days parole. At the same time, the main point which the Times now has been asking to a lot of ministers, saying that online satsang, where we have seen a huge gathering in Kurukshetra and in the various locations of Haryana, where we have seen that a lot of people, they are going there, whether they are aware of this fact, can he hold this online satsang during the parole period or not? But no answer is being given by the Haryana minister or Haryana government.
Okay.
Even the chief minister of Haryana, he was also not giving a clear-cut answer why this parole during the parole, whether he can hold such online satsang or not. So no, these are the points which have been put by the lawyer before the honorable court, and court is going to take a final action on this thing. But yes, of course, Times now has been running this campaign for last so many days, and if we can talk about the political mileage, this is the main allegation against the Haryana government and Haryana BJP government, saying that it seems that vote bank politics is behind this 40 days parole which has been granted to Ram Rahim to just get a political mileage out of this thing. So let's see that how the court is going to react on this petition and what will be the final outcome. But yes, of course, a lot of points which Times now has been able to get from the various places, that these points had been considered in the petition, and that petition has been put before the court to find out how the court is going to take a cognizance of all these factors which are affecting for the parole of 40 days parole which had been granted, and is there any violation of jail manual rules or not. That the court is going to decide on these facts,
Okay.
whether the Haryana government had followed rules and regulation for giving this 40 days parole, or VVIP treatment has been given to Gurmeet Ram Rahim. So let's see, we have to wait and watch to find out how the court is going to react on this petition.
Yes, let's
Back
also
to
talk
studio.
about the accountability, Gurpreet, because remember, Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar had said that he does not have anything to do with it. He said that I didn't give him parole, it is the court that decides on the parole for Ram Rahim. So we're going to talk about the accountability of it as well, on who is responsible for Gurpreet Ram Rahim being out on the parole. So, you know, looking at those details, even if the Haryana government itself says that, no, I'm not responsible, these are the officials and, of course, the minister as well, who is directly responsible for the parole. So they all come under the state government technically. Jagdeep Singh, the Commissioner of Rohtak, Deputy Commissioner Yashpal Yadav, and the DGP Prisons, Mohammad Akhil, and finally, the buck stops here with the Haryana Jail Mantri, that is Ranjit Singh Chautala. So these are the officials and the minister responsible for the rape and murder convict being out on a 40-day parole. Even if the state government says that it was not directly responsible for him being out on parole, saying that this is the court that's responsible, these are the officials who gave a go-ahead for Ram Rahim to be out on the parole. So questions have also been raised on the politics of it all. First, of course, who is responsible for him being out? Second, the timing of it, as we have been discussing, and of course the fact that he continues to be not just out on parole, but despite the conditions that have been placed on him, he has been releasing one video after the other. So Gurpreet, talking about the political impact of it, we're going to be seeing by-elections in states, which is why his release has been questioned. And it's not just one party, several parties, Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP, open appeasement, openly praising Ram Rahim and saying there's nothing wrong with him being out on parole. The leaders of each of the political parties have been saying the same.